Good morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan pre-market roundup. Firstly on the global markets. Yesterday when we closed, the American markets were trading down by 18 to 20 points negative on Dow, but finally it ended down by around 120 points. Whereas the Nasdaq was the major loser, down by around 1.2%, mostly because of some of the major IT stocks pulling it down. On the European markets front, when we closed, European markets were down by around 0.5%, but finally managed to close down by around 1.25 to 1.5% across the board. If you look at Asian markets today morning, most of the Asian markets are trading in red. Hang Seng being the major loser by around 1.1%, whereas some other markets are trading down by around 0.25 to 0.5% negative in Asia. We expect Nifty to open up around 18 to 20 points on the lower side from yesterday's close. In the FIS figures front, FIS was buyer in cash market yesterday by around 200 crore rupees, whereas FIS was seller in index futures by around 550 crore rupees. But overall, FIS was buyer in futures and options segment yesterday by around 800 crore rupees. So there was some sort of unwinding seen in stock futures where there was a lot of buying happening yesterday, where index futures remained in the same mode for FIS again yesterday. Now let's have an update on derivatives.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Yesterday's trade turned out to be a very disappointing trading session, as we have seen that Mr. Sadanand Gaura, Railway Minister, failed to impress the market players. And we have seen that market has fallen from 7817 to 7620, a fall of more than 200 points. And Nifty finally snapped the session with a significant loss of close to 2%. In this period, we have seen that long unwinding was seen by market players, as around 5.80 lakh shares were reduced in open interest, approximately 11,000 contracts were reduced, and Nifty futures price decreased by approximately 150 points. And on the other hand, we have seen that cost of carry increased by 127% from 2.33 to 5.32. Along with Nifty futures premiums increased from 11 points to 25 odd levels. On the options front, we have seen that marginal decline in PCR from 0.73 to 0.72, which is clearly indicating that call option has added good number of shares in yesterday's trade. In yesterday's trade, we have seen that call option has added around 41 lakh shares in open interest, whereas put option has added around 26 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX also decreased by marginally by 1% from 19.41 to 19.18. On the call option strike, 8,000 strike price still stands with highest number of shares in open interest, followed by 7,800 and 7,900. On the put option, we have seen that yesterday 7,700 seen reduction in open interest, and that activity shifted to 7,600 and 7,500, and 7,500 still stands with highest number of shares in open interest. There are three securities in bank period today. One is GMR Infra, second is Indiabulls Real Estate, third is Unity. Yesterday, FIs were net buyers of 790 crores in future and option segment, but they were net sellers of 549 crores in index futures. They were net buyers of 1077 crore in index options. They were net buyers of 266 crore in stock futures, and they were net buyers of 1 crore in stock option. Our 5 days VWAP stands at 7720. Our lower range for the market would be 7600. As yesterday's low is 7620, so this would act as a strong support for the market. And 7814 would be the higher range for the market. From past 2 days, we have seen that 7814 level is trading as a stiff resistance. So once this can be a resistance going forward in the market. And Singapore Nifty is down by 2 points, which is at 7630. We may see marginal flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Now let's have a look at some of the actionable ideas for the day. The first idea being Hindalco. Aluminium company Alcoa has reported better than expected numbers. The revenue was up by 2.6% at $5.8 billion. On the same lines, we expect Hindalco Novelis to post better numbers. So over here, long Hindalco at 169 rupees with the stop at 165 for target of 174 and 177. On the pharma front, Alembic and Torrent Pharma has got US FDA approval for generic telemesartan. Out of the two, we like Torrent Pharma based on the technical levels. CMP at 683, the buy with a stop loss of 669 for a target of 703 and 716. On the watch list front, Sun Pharma, HDFC, Hindustan Lever and Tata Motors are the stocks where one can look for some positive action for the day once the market stabilizes after opening slightly on the negative or flattish front. On the negative front, Yes Bank, HCL Tech and PFC are the stocks where one can look to go short or hold on to the short positions. Yesterday was an important event post the formation of the new government led by Mr. Narendra Modi. It was railway budget yesterday. Railway budget of the Modi government was mostly focused on course correction, modernization and development of railways infrastructure. But the budget speech sounded more like a vision document and lacked some specific announcements. Having said this, we would like to highlight the 2 points. Firstly, that we believe in the government's ability to deliver tough, not at the speed of which there has been some imaginations by certain sections. Secondly, the union budget is likely to be more specific on details related to proposals to review economic and investment cycle and also way of raising resources for infrastructure development in India. On the results front, IndusInd Bank expected PAT is around 420 crore rupees, which is growth of around 25.3%. IDFC has IDFC pays FIS limit to 51.5% ahead of banking services. IDFC has reduced the foreign shareholding limit by 0.75% to 51.5%. Mahindra and Mahindra is supposed to recall 23519 Scorpio X variant, which has been manufactured between May 2012 and November 2013 for some irregularities in the pressure regulating valves. Larsen and Toubro has bagged an engineering procurement section order worth ₹5,000 crore from the Kuwait Oil Corporation. This project has been struck since 2009. So this is positive sort of announcement for Larsen. Shakti Sugar Board to mull on July 15. Draft scheme of arrangement with FCCB holders. That's all from our side on news front. Thanks and bye. Have a nice trading session.